A pleasant welcome to all my dear 7th standard children. Today we are going to see about photosynthesis. So, now we are going to see what are the factors that affect the photosynthesis. Okay. So, we can say easily when there is no sunlight, no photosynthesis takes place, but when there is photosynthesis taking place, there are some factors that will affect the preparation of the food. Okay. So, first we are going to see the first factor, light intensity. So, the light intensity. So, when the light intensity increases, the plant can able to produce more food. So, if the light intensity decreases because of the sunlight intensity is less, so the chlorophyll cannot able to absorb much amount of sunlight, and thereby that will affect the process of a photosynthesis. Okay. So, next factor that we are going to see is about availability of carbon dioxide. So, maybe in the hilly areas in Ooty, Kodaikanal and you would have watched there will be in the botanical gardens and all, they would have kept some houses which is made with glass and green color framed. So, which is known as greenhouse, right. So, during that places, the carbon dioxide, to maintain the carbon dioxide for the plants, they build a house called greenhouse. So, wherein the greenhouse gases can be trapped inside that greenhouse, so that the plants can able to get the carbon dioxide to prepare the food. So, that is why when the carbon dioxide level decreases, the plants cannot able to prepare the food during the daytime. So, to maintain that in the hilly areas, they make up a greenhouse for the plants to prepare the food, right. So, carbon dioxide is very important. So, carbon dioxide, when there is high amount of carbon dioxide in the air, the plants will prepare more amount of food. When the carbon dioxide decreases, the plant cannot able to prepare much amount of food. Okay. So, for example, a cabbage plant which is kept in greenhouse, the cabbage plant can able to produce more amount of leaves. Okay. So, this is how we can say when a carbon dioxide level increases, the food is preparation, the food prepared by the plants will be in a higher quantity. Okay. So, next thing, temperature. So, temperature, of course, when the temperature increases, the plants can able to produce more amount of food. So, generally the temperature of the place, it should be normally to 20 to 35 degrees Celsius, right. So, normally the temperature ranges between 20 to 35 degrees Celsius. When the temperature increases, the plants will prepare more amount of food, the photosynthesis, the rate of photosynthesis will increase. Okay. The next thing is availability of water. So, availability of water. So, suppose if the plant cannot able to get proper amount of water, definitely that will affect the preparation of food inside the plant, right. So, water is also very essential. The water will affect the process of photosynthesis, right. So, next one, chlorophyll. So, chlorophyll is a green substance that is present inside the leaves, right. So, some plants, we can see some plants they prepare their they absorb the sunlight with the help of chlorophyll, which is present in the stem also, right. So, we can see in cactus. So, cactus is a plant, actually the greeny part is not actually a leaf, it is a stem. So, the green, the spines are only leaf. Okay. So, where the stem have the chlorophyll and thereby the stem will prepare the food. Okay. So, the chlorophyll is present in the stem of the cactus plant and they will prepare the food. So, that is why the chlorophyll, wherever the chlorophyll is present, the chlorophyll only can able to prepare the food. And in some plants, for example, non-green plants. So, those plants, they cannot able to prepare their own food, they get the food from the soil, from the dead animals or from the dead plants, they take up the food from the dead plants and animals. Okay. The next one, inorganic mineral ions. So, inorganic minerals. So, we can see many minerals are present in the soil. So, this minerals are absorbed through the root hairs by the roots, and the minerals are passed into the plants to prepare the food. Okay. So, minerals are of course very important to maintain the maintenance of the plant. So, even though mineral is not required to prepare the food, but the plant needs some minerals to maintain their health. Okay. So, what we can see here, some minerals which is known as macro minerals and micro minerals. So, macro nutrients or macro minerals or minerals that a plant need in a higher quantity, and micro minerals or micronutrients or those they need in a very lesser quantity. Okay. So, what are the minerals here we are going to see is carbon. So, carbon is a macro mineral, hydrogen is a macro mineral, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur, potassium, calcium, iron and magnesium. So, these are all the macro minerals for a plant. Okay. So, here suppose if any plants or any animals died, they are decomposed by the bacteria and fungi, right, and leaving out only some minerals in the soil. So, this minerals from the soil is absorbed by the plants. So, thereby the plants will get all these minerals, and from the plants only we get all these minerals through the plants. Okay. So, next one, micronutrients. So, copper, zinc, boron, manganese and molybdenum. So, these are all very important. So, the micronutrients are very important, even though they are needed by a plants in a lesser quantity, they are also very important for a plant for the survival. Okay. Right. So, next we are going to see some nutrients. What are the nutrients that cause some diseases in the plants? So, of course, we all know that if we are not taking proper nutrients, we will get some deficiency diseases, right? Yes. The same way plants, when they do not get all the minerals from the soil, they also get some diseases. Okay. So, now let us see what are the deficiency diseases that occur in plants due to the nutrients, due to the minerals that is not available in the soil. Okay. So, first we are going to see nitrogen. So, nitrogen, when the nitrogen is not present in the soil, when the nitrogen cannot be absorbed by the soil, by the plants, so they get a chlorosis. Chlorosis means yellowing of leaves. So, instead of green color, instead of the leaves are in green color, so they will be in yellowish color. So, it means that the plant is lacking nitrogen. Okay. The next one, calcium. Of course, we all need for our bones, right, for our teeth. The same way for the plants, if they are not, if they do not get the calcium, so they will have a stunted growth. So, usually the plants will not able to grow in a higher height. Okay. So, it will be very short only. So, you may noticed some plants, so they will be they will not grow at a certain period, they will not grow, and we can say some other plants after some distance they will grow well, but that plants will not grow in a higher height. Okay. So, it means that the plant is not getting proper calcium. Okay. So, abnormal leaf shape and stunted growth. So, stunted growth means the height of the plants will not increase and the shape of the leaf also will be abnormal. So, it will not be normal shape. So, the shape of the leaf will be abnormal. Okay. The next one, iron. So, if the plants does not get the iron nutrient, so chlorosis of young leaves, the young leaves. So, ilan talir they will say, right. So, when the younger leaves grows, so it will grow in yellowish color. Okay. So, when a plant does not get iron. The next one, magnesium. So, when a plant does not get magnesium, so it will lead to chlorosis of older leaves. So, older leaves will become yellowish color when the plant does not get magnesium. The last one, phosphorus. So, when a plant does not get phosphorus, so the plant will grow poor. So, the growth of the plant will be poor and it will not yield much amount of flowers or fruits or any leaves. Okay. So, the plant will remain same height or same condition. So, further the plant will not grow because the plant is not getting the phosphorus. Okay. So, these are all the nutrients that is important for a plant, if these nutrients are not available for a plant, so they will get these type of diseases. Okay, so yellowish of leaves, that is known as chlorophyll when a plant does not get nitrogen, as well as the younger leaves will become yellowish when the plant does not get iron, and older leaves get yellowish when a plant does not get magnesium. Okay, so calcium is important for to increase the height of the plants as well as for a normal leaf shape. Okay, and phosphorus is important for the growth of the plant. Okay, right. So next we are going to see what are the significance of photosynthesis. Why this photosynthesis is important? Because synthesis of food for all. So food is very important for all living organisms. Of course, we get the food from the plants, and we also eat food from animal sources. But animals, how they get the food? So they get the food from the plants only, right? So of course, all the living organisms need food. So that food is prepared by the plants, so that thereby all the living organisms are existing with the help of the plants only. So of course, synthesis of food for all is very important. So that is happening because of the plants. Next one, oxygen for respiration. So when during the photosynthesis process, during the daytime, the plants takes up the carbon dioxide and they give out the oxygen, right? So that is why oxygen is very important for all the living organisms. If of course animals and human beings, that oxygen we get from the plants. So that is why they will tell you to plant more trees, right? The next one, maintaining a balance in atmosphere. So with the help of photosynthesis process only, we can able to maintain some balance in the atmosphere. The atmosphere can be balanced. So we exhale carbon dioxide, that carbon dioxide is taken by the plants and they give out oxygen. So that oxygen is taken by us. So during the daytime, we get more amount of oxygen than during the night time, because during the night time the plants take up the oxygen, wherein they does not prepare the food during the night time. Okay. The next one, it provides fossil fuels. So as the plants contains carbon, hydrogen, all the minerals. So once it reaches the matured state, once the plants or animals die after, so once it falls on the ground, so that plants or the remains of the plant buried inside the soil for a longer many years, and thereby it converted into some fossil fuels like coal or petroleum. So we get the coal and petroleum from the died plants, which is buried under our earth for a million of years. Okay, so that is why photosynthesis is very important, wherein which provides fossil fuels. The next one, other products of photosynthesis. So not only we get food from the plants, we also get some medicines from the plants, we also get wood from the plants, we get rubber from the plants. So not only we grow plants only for food, for other purposes, for other uses also, we grow plants to get the wood, rubber, medicines, oil, all these things. Okay, right. So this is about the photosynthesis. So today in this class, you have learnt about what is photosynthesis, right? So where does the photosynthesis takes place in the plant? The photosynthesis takes place in the leaves of a plant. So the leaf need chlorophyll, sunlight, water and carbon dioxide. So put this all put in together. So they prepare the food. The food that they prepared is in the form of starch, glucose, that is simple sugars. Along with that, the plants also give out oxygen and water as the end product. Okay, the food that is prepared by the plants is used up by the plants for growth, and the remaining amount of food is stored inside the body of the plants, right? And also we saw what are the factors of the photosynthesis, the factors that affect the photosynthesis, and also we saw the synthesis, what is the significance of the photosynthesis, right? So go through the lesson, go through the question answers and go through the video, so that you will come to know much about photosynthesis. Just refer the notes also. So, for further information you go below the link you can see a Google Drive link, click that, you will get the study material related to photosynthesis. Take that and copy in your biology note and read from your biology note. So, once you are thorough, take the self assessment and do the self assessment. So, once you do the self assessment, you will come to know how far you have understood about the photosynthesis chapter. So, thank you for watching. Have a good day.